trailer, everyone. Daniel here. This was originally supposed to be a trailer reaction to with everyone from the Next Issue podcast. Unfortunately, there was some technical issues with the recording of that. So what I'm gonna do is just we'll watch the trailer together and then just kind of talk a little bit about all the stuff that we can see in this new Justice League trailer. The director Zack Snyder, this looks like to be his complete vision for that movie. So we'll go over the trailer. We'll take a look at some of the moments that have happened. I've watched the trailer a couple times, so it's not really a trailer reaction, but I mean, you'll see me react because there's a lot of stuff going on anyways. So let's watch the trailer. Then I'll talk a little bit about some of the things we discussed in our original discussion. And then let me know what you guys think of the trailer, if you liked it and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and kick it off.
The bell's been rung. Out in the dark, among the stars,
Lex Luthor from the other BBS.
the god is dead.
I had a dream. Almost like a premonition. I think there's an attack coming.
My lord, this world will fall.
I need warriors. I'm building an alliance to defend ourselves.
How do you know your team's strong enough? If you can't bring down the charging bull, then don't wave the red cape at it.
You were sent here for a reason. And even if it takes you the rest of your life, find out what that reason is.
He said the age of heroes would never come again.
It will. It has to.
We live in a society where honor is a distant memory. Isn't that right, Batman?
Whew. All right. Well, that was certainly a lot to talk about. So we'll just go little by little, bits by bits. Um, I think I think it's important to remember that yeah, this is not a new movie, right? This is the first trailer we've seen with a lot of the stuff that we saw in the previous version of the Justice League, the overall story, um, because Zack Snyder completed a lot of that work for sure. So I think what we're getting here is a bit of a retelling with some of the stuff that was cut out, all the reshoots taken out, um, just really completing the vision Zack Snyder had with the movie. Uh, we definitely open up with the death of Superman, as we did in the previous movie. Superman has been building. He's had. This has really been his arc. We have, Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, where he's learning to be Superman, um, but he doesn't know how to be Superman in this world. And I think this movie will complete that trilogy. But we also have the impending coming of what we have now confirmed to be Darkseid, We've seen Desaad, Granny Goodness, and obviously Steppenwolf from the original movie that was released um, back then. Uh, I like I like all the new footage of Diana, Wonder Woman, just searching for Darkseid for the clues of everything from from the previous war. Um, I think all that stuff was left out of the other movie. We definitely saw the conflict with the Amazons as they're looking for the mother boxes. Looks like that's going to be here again. We we definitely are going to get that scene where Superman comes back to life and fights the Justice League in the park. Um, I think I remember seeing behind the scene footage of Zack Snyder and team shooting all that stuff. So that's all part of his original cut of the movie. We definitely get more Alfred than before. We get a really nice line. If you don't want to fight the bull, don't taunt it with the red cape, something to that effect. Um, I think one of the biggest changes is that we're going to see a lot more of human Cyclops. Oh, I mean, we're going to see a lot more of human Cyborg before Vic Stone was turned into Cyborg with the Mother Box. We've seen the sequences in the football games. Um, I think the scene that we actually watch here in the trailer may be something that he's replaying in his head, because it looks like he's in the some kind of desert or the moon. So we get the sequence that I think we had seen in the original trailer, but then it was taken out of Barry saving who we believe to be Iris. I think she's been confirmed to be Iris West. So all that stuff's getting put back in. We get Superman in the black suit after he comes back from death. If you've read the comics, you'll know that the black suit is not just a stylistic choice. There's a function to the black suit. So I don't know if the movie will touch on that. And then we get a lot of dark side. We get some of the same scenes from the first movie when Aquaman steps in to stop the current when they're in the tunnel. We definitely see uh, Bruce going to look for Aquaman in the town in Norwegian, the Norwegian town. Um, I think the thing that they've added the most is just a lot more cyborg. But we get the same conversation that Bruce and Diana had before about the Age of Heroes. Um, and then we get the end credit scene, well, of the trailer at least, which this week we saw some pictures of Jared Leto as the Joker, and I think it's all kind of leading up to this. I I've always felt this is part of the new footage that was shot. They the Joker looks to be inserted into that nightmare world that Bruce was part of, like that was in his head in Batman v Superman. I don't think this is the same Joker from Suicide Squad, although they do put him in a SWAT gear, which is interesting because that the last time we saw this version of the Joker, he was freeing Harley from Blackgate, dressed up as a SWAT officer. Um, yeah, and he talks to Bruce, and so I think that's just gonna be some kind of like quick cameo footage, a small scene. I don't think Joker's gonna. When we were talking earlier in the original chat, there's just no way to insert Joker in the story that it would make sense. Because the story is already there. Like we know most of the story of this movie. So I hope people don't go into this movie thinking it's gonna be a completely new thing, because that's never what Snyder Cut was gonna be, right? We've seen a lot of this movie. It's just that there was also a lot of it missing. So, but I'm very excited. I think this will finally complete the arc I don't think that we're gonna get. I don't think we're gonna get a continuation of the story. I think the story may resolve in just the Justice League being formed, knowing there's gonna be a final conflict with Darkseid. But I don't know if we'll get that. So we'll have to wait and see. I think that's the main unknown for me. Will there be some kind of resolution to Darkseid attacking the Justice League and Earth and trying to get the mother boxes? But I don't know. You guys let me know. Let me know in the comments what was your favorite thing. One thing we mentioned earlier was that this feels like it could really set up our heroes, especially Superman and Batman, to become more like their comic counterparts. I think a lot of people had issues with the way Batman was, very dark and kind of lost all hope. But maybe bringing Superman back restores some of that, uh, and puts him back on track on the way we feel Batman is more like in the comics. And I think Superman, after going through everything that he's gone through in the first three movies here, I can see very well this setting him up to be more like his comics counterpart, where he's more cheery and hopeful, because now he knows what it's like to lose everything. He's been Superman for so little, really. Man of Steel, I think maybe he had been Superman for 6 months. I think something one of my co-hosts said earlier. It almost feels like Man of Steel was the secret origin of Clark Kent and not so much Superman. Um, so this whole arc between BVS and Justice League is the origin of like how Superman really becomes the Superman we're more familiar with. So, but I don't know. We'll see. Once again, sorry about the technical difficulties earlier. I really wish we had the conversation from earlier today, but I hope you enjoyed this piece at least. Let me know in the comments what parts were your favorite from the trailer. What do you expect to see? What are you gonna do to watch this movie? Like, are you gonna maybe do like a rewatch of everything else? We'll definitely talk about this in the future on the podcast. But other than that, yeah, let us know. Like and subscribe. We got some fun stuff coming up in the podcast, so make sure to subscribe for that as well. And yeah, leave us a comment. Let me know what you think about this trailer. Thank you.